Hello again, everybody. Let's finish up Chapter 2, Section 2 here as we add positive and negative numbers. As we've gone through absolute value and hopefully learning some tricks on how to add numbers when they're positive, negative, or the same signs. And let's get it done here. We're at number 5. This is where we left off, I believe, in the last video. So this question says, let's work through this together. It says a football team gained 6 yards on a play. Then it lost 10 yards on the next play. What was the total change of yardage for the team? So whenever you do problem solving in math, it begins by figuring out what is it you want to find when you're done. And you want to know what the change in yardage was for this team. So what we know is that they started out at the 6-yard line because they gained 6. So it's like they went from 0 to 6 there. So they started there. And then it says they lost 10 yards. Okay, so they went from here, they went 1, 2, they went negative 10, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They went right there and they basically ended up actually losing 10 yards. They went 6 and then they went negative 10. So here's the equation. You need to write that down. 6 plus negative 10. When they were all done overall, the total change in yardage was minus 4. The total change in yardage was minus 4. So again, let's go back to what we talked about in the previous video. What you want to eventually do in your head is to think of that question like the signs are different, right? You have a positive number plus a negative number. So it's kind of like, since the signs are different, you're really finding the difference of those two numbers. Like 10 minus 6 is 4. Then you notice that the absolute value of the negative number is greater than that. So there's more negatives, right? There's negative 10 and there's 6 positive. So it's really negative 4, which is the change in the yardage. You figure that out by going 10 minus 6 is 4, but there's more negatives, so it's a negative answer. So negative 4 is how you do that. Moving on down, let's finish these last few questions up here real quick. Here's another good question. It says the temperature in Rockford, Illinois was negative 3. So they started at negative 3. There's 0, 1, 2, 3. There's negative 3 right there. And then it rose 3 degrees. Okay, so it went plus 3. So from negative 3, which was there, it went up 3. It went 1, 2, 3. And look where it ends up. Negative 3 plus 3. It went to the right. 3, negative 3 plus 3 is 0. There it is. And on the previous page, there were some notes that I kind of skipped over. But whenever you add opposites, whenever you add opposite numbers, the answer is always 0, which is what happened there. So let's go on down the page here. At number 7, let's take a look at that. Notice on 7, it says find the sum. You need to know that word. That means to add. Find the sum means add those numbers together. Okay, so it starts at negative 7. So we're going to start at negative 7. There's 0. Go to negative 7. There's negative 7. And then it says go plus 14. Okay, so we're going to go to the right 14 spaces. So I'm going to count 14 over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 14 takes me right there. Okay, so I went basically from negative 7. I went to negative 7, then I went plus 14. And then it says go plus 7 more. Okay, I'm going to go 7 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to the right because it's a positive number. I went plus 7 more. And it ended up at 14. So this all equals 14. All right. If you would do me a favor, right underneath that, would you recopy this question? And let's see how you might do that question without the number line. If you're going to do that, write your notes just like I do, please. Negative 7 plus 14. Negative 7 plus 14, that's positive 7. Because you have 7 negatives, 14. So 14 minus 7 is 7. And then you have this plus 7 right here. And see how that comes out to be 14. And 14 it is. Well, I think we're probably at the place where we could probably finish these questions without the number line. So let's try that. If you want to use the number line, please do. It's a great visual if it helps you. Here's number 8. Let's do that down here. 11 plus -2 plus -10. All right, please, step by step, line by line. Take your time, you'll be fine. Show everything. 11 plus -2. So think 11 minus 2. Signs are different. 11 minus 2 is 9. And it's positive because the positive number is bigger. 9 plus that 10, -10 right there. All right, signs are different. So you're going to subtract. 10 minus 9 is 1, but the negative of the 10 is negative, so it's -1 right there. That's what that came out to be. And then the last question, let's wrap that up. Let me find a new color here just to keep them separate for you. Number 9, -5 plus 4 plus, again, please write that down. Pause the video if you need to catch up. And start adding. -5 plus 4, different signs. Subtract. 5 minus 4 is 1. The negative sign is larger, so it's -1. Plus, I've still got this -5, and I've still got this 3. -1 plus 5, that's easy. Same signs, you just add them up and keep the sign. -6 plus 3 is what that ends up being. 3, don't forget about him. -6 plus 3, add those together. -3 it is. And guess what? You are done. Bring those to class tomorrow, and you will be ready to go. We'll see you then.